but we're at the same level. And she likes to think she's the boss, and I'm going to agree with her because I like to live indoors. But
not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
No, and you should. I'm sure that's the first rule of HR: never touch the whole husband and wife policy, right? So, just maybe give us just a couple tips of if we are thinking of hiring a family member.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's on a casual basis or full-time, what should we be worried about? A lot of us are more worried about their personal relationships than we are about their business. When my son was with his last girlfriend there, I'm going, I wanted to hire the girlfriend, but what if you guys split up was my first question, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
What do we should think about?
I go with the philosophy that you never want to, if you have a family member or a friend who is qualified, why wouldn't you give them the chance?
Right.
Okay. So I think everybody has to go through the same selection or vetting process as they would if you didn't know them from squat.
Right.
I think that's the only way to be fair and transparent. If you're giving them a job as a favor and hoping that they'll be teachable, you may have some success for that. More often than not, my experience is no. So I think you have to evaluate everybody on the same merits as if you put an ad in the newspaper.
Right.
Do they have the requisite skills and qualifications? Do they have the approach that I like? And it's assessing them on that way. And again, when you talk about policies, there should be a policy about what I'll term nepotism, because that's what we're talking about here. So typically the most fundamental policy, and it may be difficult in a 2 or 3 person operation, is they shouldn't be getting supervised by their father, brother, uncle.
Right.
But outside of that, and that's not something that's more for larger organizations.
Yep.
But you have to treat them. They're subject to the same types of rules and regulations and policies that anybody else has. And actually, I can give you a recent example of a client where the owner's son got himself in a little bit of trouble, and the owner, to his credit, didn't sweep this under the rug. He was fully transparent, wanted the typical process that would happen. As you can see, I'm trying to be respectful and and not give away confidential information.
Sure.
But the owner addressed it full head on. Whatever happened, what was the outcome of the what's the term I want to use? Review of the situation.
Right.
If there was a finding that his son had to go, he was prepared to accept that. And in fact, it didn't get to that point, but surely it was a matter that made him look at his overall structure.
Yep.
And now we're working together to tighten it up a little bit. Okay. And hats off to him, because quite frankly, there are those in that type of situation that would try to make it go away.
Yeah.